when we moved in here, we noticed that the fridge was always cool on the bottom and not so cool on the top. And so you can see that it's at 0 degrees and 38. And I turned the settings down. This one's -6 and 34, and that's where it should be. Now the other numbers are a little higher. Normally this sits at about 10, and this sits at about 45. Well, that poses. So you can see there's pieces up here on this top shelf. Now this light was the first thing that had to come down, and it's usually right here. And it had a couple screws, so I took it down, and I thought, well, maybe the fan pulls air in this unit from this tube here. And so I pulled it down, and there's 2 screws at the bottom of it, and then there were 2 here. And when I pried this apart, there was only a diverter valve in there that a wire opens. So no fan pulling air in the refrigerator side. There's the model number for reference. So then I started looking in the freezer side. Now the first thing I had to do when I was taking it apart, I had to get the metal cover that covers this coil. Now you can see it's very frosty. So I had to start taking things apart here, and it led me to this compartment, and you can see that little peg there, this peg, and this peg. That's where I found the fan, and that fan blows the freezing air up through that hole and over into this, which goes into the refrigerator side, and then there's that valve that lets the right amount of air in. So I pulled that fan out. Now here is that fan and motor. Doesn't look like anything's wrong with it. And here is the new part. That was $16 from Amazon that I'm hoping will fix the problem. Do they look the same? Same shape, same plug. So I'm going to swap parts and put it in and see if this fixes the problem. So the fan just pulls off, and then this is under it. And that's the old one. That's the new one. Slide that down there. Put that there. Now there are 2 differences in these. These pinholes are empty on the new one and full on here, and those pinholes lead to this temperature sensor, and there's also this grommet. So I'm going to take a razor blade and I'm going to split this grommet, and I'm also going to pull this out, depin here, and put it into this one. So now with that piece removed, a little closer to where the plastic retainers are that hold in the pins. So they still don't pull out yet. There's one. All right, there's the other. Cut it out of this seal. So I haven't labeled these to know which went on which side. This little retainer here is sticking up, so I'm gonna remember that that one was on the side that had the flat on it. I need to take the razor. I'm going to split this. Now I'm going to take, the pins. Here's the one with the flat side. Here's the one with the little piece sticking off. Push it through first. It's locked in. Now the next one, it's locked. Now slide the rest of the wires out of this grommet here. So you need them in about the same spot. I think that was about here. So it looked like this piece here faced the plug. All right, let's go put it in the fridge. I'm going to pull out this ice maker because I can't get my hand out there to do what I need to do. So I can't get my hands back there to plug in the fan, so I'm about to take out these two little screws and pull this whole unit out. That's the plug I was trying to get right there. All right, now I'm gonna plug it in. Would you look at there? $16. Fix the refrigerator. All right, let's put it back together. All right, next going in is the ice maker. All right, that piece is in. Now it's time to put the light in. I had the light in, but that panel would not work, would not go in because the bulb was in the way. Okay, now we'll just put the shelves in. Ice maker does not go to that. All right, auger's motor drive is in. Right, freezer is back together. Now it's time to put this up. the refrigerator side is back together as well. Now I've had it open a little while, and you can see the temperatures are up higher. So it's been about 4 hours. Let's check and see what the temperatures are. Freezer's at 0, refrigerator's at 35. Wow, them shelves are cold. Top shelf's cold. So that was it. The little fan that spreads the temperature out evenly in where it's supposed to be. 16 bucks, about an hour's worth of work, maybe a little more. So before you throw out your refrigerator, because it isn't acting right, get your screwdriver, get on in there, take it apart. I mean, it already isn't working right. What's it gonna do? Not work right even more? I mean, possibly, but what's the risk in, you know, taking it apart and learning something? And I mean, at best, fixing it for $16. So now we've saved several $100s in replacing this thing, and until the next thing goes wrong, we're gonna rock it out. So get out there, fix your stuff, and if a wrench doesn't work, use a hammer. See you later.